Strengthen what you've decided. There's a story behind that. This is your daily message from Chad number 863 to upgrade your mental game today by telling yourself a better story, because the most important story you hear is the story you tell yourself. This message is dedicated to Stuart Smalley. Here's the upgrade. Talk to yourself more than you listen to yourself. And when you talk to yourself, tell yourself things that strengthen decisions. Here's the story. Saturday Night Live had a character played by former Minnesota Senator Al Franken called Stuart Smalley. Franken has said the character was inspired by Al-Anon meetings he attended. The Smalley character hosted a mock self-help show titled Daily Affirmations with Stuart Smalley. He was a combination of Richard Simmons' motivation and Mr. Rogers' style, including the sweater jacket. His famous line was, "I am good enough, I am smart enough, and doggone it, people like me." It was a poke at the ludicrousness of psychobabble. The promotion of affirmations through Rhonda Byrne's The Secret and Joel Osteen-like spirituality continues to give affirmations a bad rap. The etymology of affirmations is to strengthen, to make firm. It's simply the idea of speaking to oneself in a way that steadies and supports a person. The Bible contains psalms where the writer addresses his soul with truth, such as Psalm 103 and 116. Affirmations are an important aspect to a healthy identity and navigating oneself through the storms of life. As we've been highlighting Hal Elrod's 6 practices of his morning routine that he wrote about in his book, The Miracle Morning, affirmations is the second practice and the letter A in his SAVERS acronym. He acknowledges 2 problems with the way people perceive affirmations. He says number 1 is affirming something that you don't actually believe. Lying to yourself isn't helpful. The second problem is we're taught to often create affirmations in this flowery, passive language that makes us feel better in the moment, but is actually deluding us into thinking something is going to happen without our effort. Affirmations must be true, and you need to be committed to doing something about them. Hal recommends 3 things. Root what you affirm in truth, be practical, and be actionable. Step 1 is to affirm what you're committed to. Step 2 is affirm why it is a must for you. And step 3 is to affirm which actions you're going to take and when. He says, quote, when you create affirmations that are following those 3 steps, really the only way you can fail is to not live out of integrity with what you're affirming every day, because it's what you're committed to. This is why and what I'm going to do. This is my North Star. It's the anchor for the rest of my miracle morning. The other savers really support what I'm affirming every day, end quote. The better story to tell yourself is, I am intentional in talking to myself with truth and action. Positive self-talk is a lifelong project. Ask yourself where the weak link is in the way that you've been talking to yourself. Are you saying things that aren't rooted in reality? Are you saying things that aren't compelling and just disconnected from purpose? Are you not taking action? The words you speak to yourself must be true, meaningful, and carried out. Tell me a story, the power of speaking your commitments to yourself to fromchadsmith@gmail.com. Will you send this to someone you think would benefit from this story right now? You can download my book, The Most Powerful Story in the World, by going to fromchad.gumroad.com. The transcript of this message and hundreds of others are always available at www.fromchad.com.